Alright, check 1 2, check 1 2. Okay, so I can't really hear the audio. I mean, I can't hear my audio when I'm listening to it right now, but I can definitely, I definitely can hear some crackling and popping that's happening in my, what do you call this? In my microphone, not microphone, in my earphones right now. And I'm not entirely sure where this is coming from. I'll be perfectly honest. I feel like I might have an issue with my audio interface, possibly, question mark. So maybe I have to get this replaced, but in the meantime, I think we're gonna have to just minimize as much as possible. So I'm sorry for anyone who is hearing any audio issues. I've tried fixing it and I don't think there's a way for me to fix it at the moment. At least I can't figure out how to fix it. So yeah. Anyway, we'll see what we can do about it. But for the moment, all I can do is minimize it and whatnot, because holy crap, I do hear it in the earphones. But when I think it's when I checked it after stream yesterday. There was basically no issues from what I could tell. So it's like, okay, not sure what people were talking about. And you can barely hear it in the, what do you call it? You can barely hear it in the recording, I guess. You can barely hear it in the VOD, and except for maybe a little bit of the beginning, and then past that it's like, yeah, you can possibly hear it a bit worse. better, worse. I don't know which way we should go with that, but it's definitely noticeable if you listen just enough. But I don't know what to do about it. So I'm gonna have to like research this or something for the weekend or what. But I definitely won't be able to fix it anytime soon. Anyway, so hey everyone, my name is Ruka. I probably should have started without for that. Today we're gonna be doing our usual mahjong night around this time. I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and I guess I'll talk more about the audio issue stuff as well as some stuff that's been going on. But yeah, let me also know what's going on with you. Oh yeah, this is also happening. I haven't worked on isekai'd. I guess isekai'd has her own stuff happening right now. Let's just do it really quick. I guess there's an event going on, and I don't usually do events in this game, so there's gonna be interesting, I guess. I don't know. You're just kind of training her for mahjong, and she's getting better. She's getting better. Ooh, rank up, nice. Though not ranked up enough, at least not yet. Okay, let's claim some rewards, and we'll enter her in the tournament because she's ready to go. She is ready to go. Alright, I'm gonna go and get my training arc going, because holy crap. So I made a big mistake. I played mahjong off stream, and playing mahjong off stream is like a hit or miss for me. And it has been a gigantic miss for me for the past 2 weeks. I actually deranked from Adept 2 down to Adept 1, and now it's been a slow climb back from Adept 1 to Adept 2. So, yeah, not thrilled about that. So maybe I'm gonna take my mahjong game a little bit more seriously tonight. But I'm also looking at the audio interface crackling stuff, and it's like, what can I do about this? I really can't do anything about this. So it's kind of annoying. But the crackling, I guess, in the audio, at least for me, I didn't think it would actually. I've been hearing it lately, I guess, in my, what do you call this? In my earphones. For I guess the past month, but the crackling itself, no one's mentioned anything about that. until recently. Maybe it's getting really bad. I think maybe it's getting super bad to the point where like I need to replace something. I already replaced the cables here, so I'm not sure what else to do. The only thing I can think of is maybe try a different audio interface and see if that audio interface is gonna work better. I feel like I'm spending a lot of money recently, so it's like, do I want to spend it again? Do I want to spend more? And I guess with this one, I kind of have to. I kind of have to if I want to test this out. So we will. I guess I'll figure something out. Holy crap! This hand is going nowhere fast. I just need to be careful because I don't really want to D-rank anytime soon again. I just wish I knew an easy fix for this. It's like the audio has been very mysterious. My audio is mysterious in general. Hey Snowcrow, welcome, welcome. Crackle is noticeable still. Crap. I was afraid of that, but I can't really do anything about it. I tried to fix it, and honestly, when I tested it yesterday, after stream, it was fine. It was perfectly fine. I didn't hear anything in the recording, and then right before stream today, I tested, tried to move chords around. I tried to see if there's anything else I can do, and it's like, okay, well, crap. No, there's not. It's still terrible. It's still terrible. Welcome, Xsource. Welcome. But yeah, I think I just have to live with it for now, and until I can get a new Are you serious? Until I can get a new interface in, and then maybe test it to see if it's an interface issue. Because right now I don't think it's a cord issue, at least not the cord that's going into the microphone. So interface issues possibly. I don't know how long it takes for audio interfaces to go bad. Like I've had this one for, I guess, almost 3 years now. I feel like they're supposed to be a lot tougher than that, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure how often these stuff gets replaced. So it's like, okay. Right now have you tried using other mics? I do have another mic. I have like a dynamic microphone, but the thing with the so let me just tell you about the mics I have. I have the mic I'm using right now is a condenser microphone, which works well because I don't have to talk very loud for it to pick up my voice. Now, the dynamic microphone is what you use for on stage and stuff. And on stage, you know, that microphone gets basically slapped and tossed around everywhere, and because of that, it has to be like not be able to pick up any other things. So yeah, I'm hoping it's not the microphone though, because this is a what do you call this? An AT2020, and not the USB kind. So there's two different AT2020s. There's a USB AT2020, and also the XLR AT2020, which is what this one is. So XLR connection is usually a lot better as far as audio quality goes, but I don't know, I just haven't run into this before. Yeah, I use this one for cooking. I also use, this is the microphone for everything. There's a microphone for everything. The condenser microphone is used for everything. I don't know what else to say about that. But yeah, I'm no audio expert, so it's like I'm trying to troubleshoot this is annoying as heck, because I just wish I knew, but the common troubleshooting steps are change out your cord, which I've changed out the cord. It's a new cord, and I don't think it's a bad cord. I don't think it's a bad cord. It's like a cord that a lot of people use, and it seems to work for them. but I was gonna try another cord, another, I guess, quote unquote more reliable cord, and see that helps. Grab some headphones with a mic. I don't think, no, I don't have any headphones with a mic. Like, you know how some people have those, I guess, Call of Duty headphone mic stuff. I don't have any of that. It's just not something I carry, and I don't feel like buying one just to test that. I could test it with the other microphone, and I guess I'll just have to deal with the extra what do you call this, load, I guess. Because I definitely can't use a dynamic microphone for cooking, otherwise it won't pick up my voice. That's just the way it is. So, but yeah, troubleshooting is pain in the butt. I wish I had an audio engineer. I wish actually, no, I do have a friend that knows a little bit of audio, but that's not their main thing. So maybe I could ask them and get some ideas. But I already changed the cord out, so that, and I don't think that's the issue. At least it doesn't seem to be the issue. And I know this has only been at least for me personally, this has only been an issue for the past maybe month or two is when it started. But I mean, I guess there was little signs of stuff happening also before then. It might also be because I'm in a more humid environment that this thing is starting to rear its ugly head, and oh my gosh, I don't know what else to do with that. I can't like just move. It's just impossible. That is utterly impossible. I wish I could just like check some stuff right now, but I'm not gonna stop a stream. Well, I'm not gonna stop streaming just because of a teeny tiny audio issue. Sony headphones, never use the inline mic. Yeah, I only have the headphones I have are, what do you call this? The headphones I have are, it's not even a headphone, it's an earphone. It's an earphone. The earphone I usually use, the wires are frayed, and I thought it probably the electronics from that was interfering with the XLR cord, but it shouldn't be if the XLR cord is like sufficiently made and, you know, insulated and all that stuff. Insulation is crazy. Insulation on cords are apparently really crazy, so I don't know. I don't know how people make these. I know they probably make them by hand, but even so, it's like, wow, it's a whole different world. I feel like it could be the interface, but I don't know. I could probably try a different interface than what I have right now, but I think the interface I have is like fairly sturdy. At least it's a decent brand. Scarlett. I hear Scarlett interfaces are usually pretty good and at least supposed to last at least 5 to 10 years. I don't know. I don't know how often interfaces get changed out. I feel like interfaces are like one of those things that's kind of expensive, so you really don't want to change them out that often. Cords gonna be cheaper, so you can change that out however many times you want to, or can afford to. Microphones, it shouldn't be a microphone issue. Those things are usually built like a rock, usually anyway. I mean, I feel like the audio Technica stuff is pretty decent. The Shure is possibly one of the gold standards, so it shouldn't be also an issue there. I think right now my main issue is like I've spent so much money just trying to like make small upgrades here and there, and it's like I don't know if I want to do this, but it's just I probably should. Also with the trip coming up, with the trip coming up in a couple of months, I also want to keep my spending to a minimum. But that's more on me than anything. There's a lot of stuff that's on me than anything as far as expenses go. It's like, we're not gonna total them up on stream. We're not gonna total them up on stream. I just know that, ouch, expenses. Don't like them. Anyway, enough about that for now. I could talk about it all night, but I still don't know. I still wouldn't know where to go about it until I experiment with a few things. Yeah, that is coming up in a couple of months. I'm hoping it'll. Maybe not everything will go smoothly, but at least I'm hoping at the very least to be able to get on the flight and then into Japan itself. That is my minimum hope right now. I think I have everything else set up, reservations, all the, what do you call it? What else do I have? Reservations, also the it's just honestly just reservations and such. What was the other word I was thinking? Holy crap, that's expensive. Okay, well, as long as I don't get into fourth. I do think it's gonna be a good trip. I'm just my thing right now is I'm trying to figure out what camera I want to bring with me. What camera I want to bring with me. I got a new camera recently. Possibly an expense I didn't need to make, but I also wanted to get a camera that was something I can use to stream with, as well as use for my own photo stuff. So it's like, okay, let's figure this out. And yeah, I think that's basically what I got right now. That's basically what I got going right now. And the thing is, the camera's not very pocketable though. I guess that's the main issue. It's not very pocketable like the Canon G7X is what I have as far as very small form camera. That's just actually really fun to use. Really fun to use because you can basically bring it everywhere. The only issue with it is that the pictures that aren't not that great, though I did see a video on YouTube saying that it takes quote-unquote film-like pictures. And what does film-like pictures actually mean? I'm not entirely sure, so I had to look it up. What does film-like pictures mean? Because I feel like when film was still used in the 90s, which is like, you know, before digital cameras became like the norm and stuff like that. Film did not have like a grainy look, though it could have a grainy look if you're like in a very dark place and stuff like that. So I was kind of looking it up, and most of the time I see film photos is either desaturated a little bit of sepia. I don't know if that's age from the film itself or just filters that people used for before they took the picture and such. I mean, there's a bunch of little camera accessories and stuff like that you can use to have a weathered, aged look on the photo, which some people like. Some people don't like it. Some people, there's a lot of people who like the very high contrast, very high contrast, high richness color and all that stuff that you see it on Instagram and Twitter quite a bit. But I guess if you want a more artistic look, you don't go for perfection, you go for imperfection, and the imperfection is, you know, the imperfection's it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. So I'm just trying to figure out what I should do with the new camera I got. Do I return it and just have, because the point of the camera was to be an upgrade to the camera that currently have for streaming whenever I do the hand cam stuff, but also make it useful for not just that. I did try the Sony ZV-E10, which is a light mirrorless camera that you can change the lenses with. You can change out the lenses, and that was actually pretty nice to use for streaming, until I heard that A6700, which is what I have right now, was coming out. So I kind of want to get a hold of that. So I got rid of the ZV-E10 to try the 6700, and as much as I like the functionality of the 6700, it's a little bit heavier, a little bit bigger, quite bulkier. So I can still take it on a trip. It's not like a full frame camera where it's like gigantic and stuff like that, but it's still, you know, there's some weight on there. There is some weight on there that's a little bit heavy for travel. Like, how heavy can a few ounces possibly be? Well, actually, I mean, if you're like walking all day, it could be pretty heavy. And also, there's a space issue, right? There's a space issue. So I'm thinking of maybe downgrading back down to the ZV-E10, possibly downgrading back to that. Start lifting, get swole. I mean, I could get. You know what? That reminds me, I should actually exercise again. I have been super bad about exercising in general. I just have been bad with exercising in general. I used to try to exercise like 2 or 3 days in a week, because that's really all I can do. That's really all I can do with the stream schedule. But if I'm gonna force myself to exercise more, I probably should cut down my current stream schedule, which is like 4 days a week, down to 3 days a week, to be able to do that, and other stuff too. Which, by the way, 4 days a week isn't bad. 4 days in the week isn't bad, but for the amount of stuff that I want to do, I kind of have to, like, okay, we have to have these many days to be able to do all the things you want to do, and sometimes that is extremely difficult. No, not sometimes, that's all the time extremely difficult. And there's just no way around it. There just really is no way around it. But yeah, I don't know if getting swole is gonna help with that. It's not so much that it's heavy, it's bulky. That heavy is probably the wrong word. When you have bulky equipment and you're carrying that everywhere with you while you're out and about, it's not a great situation. I think we can agree with that. I think we can agree with that. And I probably should start. I should probably listen less to the people who are doing the camera videos. Like, this is a good camera. This is a good camera. This is a travel size camera. And I'm also thinking, yeah, it's a good camera, but what makes it a travel camera? To me, a travel camera is a camera that you can take around with you while traveling and not look like you actually are taking pictures. I mean, it's fine to look like a tourist while you're traveling, but the thing I want to stress is some people don't like seeing a camera in public. Some shops don't like seeing big cameras in public. So a small camera is less intimidating. It is also easier to carry around, and if you need to take quick shots and without bothering anyone, small cameras are great. So there's still a room for small cameras, and there's room for big cameras, but when you're traveling, I think smaller is better. That's what I'm trying to get at. The Ring Fit stream, I was not dodging the Ring Fit itself. I was 100% committed to doing the Ring Fit stream this week. I mean, it's not my first Ring Fit stream, but it would be the last Ring Fit stream. Let's be clear about that. It would have been the last Ring Fit stream. So the thing is, something came up and I had to change it out. And specifically what came up, I can tell you this. I didn't plan on it, but it came up anyway. Toho 19. Toho 19 came out. I didn't realize it came out this past weekend. I knew there was an I guess I kind of knew there was a new Toho game that was coming out, but I wasn't quite sure if it was going to be this year. But then again, if Zone announces something in, I guess during May, whenever Reitai Saya is, it's usually going to come that same year because he just goes that fast. But yeah, because of that, and it was like pretty darn new, I decided, oh, you know what, Ring Fit's been around for a while. Let's put that to the side, and let's do Toho 19 really quick. And Toho 19 is pretty fun, very unbalanced. let's be perfectly clear about that. It's very unbalanced, but also very fun. So it's a lot easier than your typical Danmaku game because it is a Danmaku versus. So not quite as difficult, but I guess if you crank up the difficulty high enough, it will also the screen will flood to a ridiculous degree. But the screenshots that people have been seeing for Toho 19, where the screen is like actually filled to the brim, where you can't even dodge anymore, which is the intended effect, by the way, if you're doing a versus Danmaku, is basically only coming from one character, because they have a quirky passive. They have a quirky skill that fills up the entire screen and you just can't dodge, or the only way to dodge it is to bomb it. Bombs will always work, and if you have bombs, it's an easy way out. But if you don't have bombs, then yeah, you're probably kind of screwed. You're probably kind of screwed. So I don't think I ran into that, but I did run into a bug though. I ran into a bug when I did the stream. There was this one girl, one of the bosses anyway, who can throw like fireballs. Well, I say throw fireballs. It's more like make fireballs appear on your side of the screen, and they don't really travel until you get close to them, and then after a while they disappear. Right? Sounds simple enough? Okay, here's where the bug comes in. I don't know what happened. But when the fireballs came, they were like 10 times bigger than they were supposed to be, one, and two, they never disappeared. I would reset the stage. They did not disappear. So I think I had to like restart the game. Not restart the game, choose a different character, or at least, or you know, quit. Just plain give up to be able to reset that glitch. And next time I saw that character again, it wasn't an issue anymore. But imagine dodging giant fireballs that just kind of sit on your screen and home in on you as soon as you get close to them, and the screen gets filled with that, and it's a glitch. It's not supposed to do that. It's not supposed to do that. So that was a problem. Also, Reimu is broken, apparently. Broken not as in a glitch, but broken because, you know, she's the main character. She has a regular charge attack that actually clears bullets in her immediate area. So canonically she can do that. So I guess because of that she's also kind of broken. Anyone else who doesn't have defensive charge attacks, they don't do so well. They don't do as well. So that's a problem. That is a bad problem. Meanwhile, Sanae, yeah, if you saw the VOD, Sanae is she's not exactly terrible, but the way her shots work don't exactly help her either. The way her shots work is she has like forward, she has shots that shoot in front of her. Those are fine. Those are fine. The shots that's an issue for her is she has like a support shot, right? Or I guess you can say, what do you call this? What do you call this? Her options, I guess, is what it's technically called. Her shot type. Excuse me. Oh, okay. Excuse me. I had to cough a little bit. Anyway, her shot type is a little bit weird. Because she does technically have homing shots. However, the homing shots do not hit the target very well. I do have some water. Thank you. The homing shots do not hit where it's supposed to hit, question mark. I don't know how else to describe it. But basically what happens is she has snakes, and she's had the shot type since forever. But basically the snakes will home in on the closest enemy, which is the same thing as the homing shot that Reimu has. So you would think it's not going to be a problem. However, it doesn't lock. Reimu's homing shots, I think, supposedly lock on to the closest to whatever is being shot at. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong. Sanai's homing shots will lock on to whatever is closest at the time, not necessarily the one you're shooting at, which is a huge problem. And you lose a lot of damage out of that. And also, if you're not in front of the boss, because there's some boss attacks also. If you're not in front of the boss and you're shooting the enemy and not in front of the boss, the homing shots will never reach the boss if there's like a bunch of enemies coming at you. So it's like, ouch. Okay, how am I supposed to get my damage unless I get under there? Which, that's kind of supposed to how you're supposed to do it. But also at the same time, it's really difficult to. And it's like, just please kill something. Hey Shiro, welcome. How's it going? Glad you can make it. I was just we were just talking about some audio issues I'm having right now. Okay, speaking of audio issues, do you hear crackling still? Do you hear crackling coming from the microphone? Because I don't hear it as much right now. Maybe it just takes a little while for it to. Maybe it just takes a little while for it to like resolve. But I think it's okay. I think it's okay now, right? You don't hear it anymore. But maybe there's a teeny tiny bit, a little bit. Okay, I do kind of hear it, just a tiny bit also. All right, so I don't think it's a cord issue, though it could possibly also. I really don't want to buy another interface and test it with another interface, but I think I'm gonna have to. But I also need to do some research. So sorry for that. As far as the immediate future is concerned, because that's not gonna change until I can fix this. And anyway, there's that, and also talking a little bit. What happened to the Ring Fit stream? Well, Toho 19, and well, you know how that happens, right? If you saw the Toho 19 Toho 19 stream or Toho 19 VOD, then yeah, you kind of know how that went. So eventually I will do a Ring Fit stream. I just got to figure out when. I also need to exercise more. That's the other thing. Because I haven't been exercising for a very long time. When you come back from work, it's very hard to get in the mood for exercising. I don't know if anyone else is like that. I am. I am. What makes it worse is I'm streaming, so I probably should stream less. I honestly should probably stream less so I can take better care of myself. Because if I'm streaming, it's very hard to get that exercise in before stream. Because I'm focused on just trying to relax after work, to be able to you know, put more stress on me through exercising before I stream. Or I could stream a little bit later. I could possibly also do that. But the games, the stuff I do on stream, just takes a while. So I kind of want to give it at least 4 hours. But I guess if I can do 3 hours, that's probably not terrible. Still trying to decide if I should still keep the 4 days and stream a little later, or start a little later while trying to get exercise in, or what do you call this? Yeah, just go down to 3 days. At least with 3 days, I could also do other video projects too. Forming the habit to do it is hard. True. I mean, I used to be better at it. But also, when I did exercise more, by the way, while I was streaming and exercising more, what was it? I was not doing any video editing. So my excuse for not exercising during those days is I was doing video editing, which I still am, kind of, technically. By the way, I have an announcement at the end of the stream. I'm not going to announce it right now, but it's a good announcement, so don't worry about it. But I'm going to announce something, I guess, good, question mark, at the end of the stream, which is about an hour and a half. So, I need some water. I could troubleshoot all day. I could definitely troubleshoot all day. I just... What do? Anyway, anything going on with you guys? Hope everything's going well. Or if you guys have something you want to talk about, let me know. That'd be definitely something we can go off of if there's something that's come up. I walk a lot to get to school when I get home, so I'm too tired to do anything. Man, I wish I could do that. I wish I can walk to work. It's too hot to walk to work. It's not that far. It's maybe also 2 miles for me to get to work. But that 2 miles also involves crossing a bunch of streets, and it would take me 30 minutes to get there. Now, I don't know about most people. 30 minutes does not sound too bad. However, it is in very hot weather, and I don't think I want to do that every day. I mean, I do walk a lot, and walking is the only way I do anything when I'm traveling. So I guess I should be used to it, but at the same time, I have the car, and it rains quite a bit around here. So I also don't want to get caught by the rain. I mean, 10 minutes driving versus 30 minutes walking. I think I'll drive. Just saying. It just seems like a better deal to me. You walk because you don't have a car. That's perfectly fair. Try in the fall or winter, probably better than... Actually, no, it's not. It's not. I don't know if you know where I live. I have talked about this on stream before, especially when the last natural disaster hit. It's not a secret. But it is always hot here. Or at least there's a bus to take to school. Yeah, public transportation would be nice. If we had trains here like we did in Japan, there is in Japan, I would do that 100%. There isn't. I wish there was. There isn't. If I lived in New York City, I would be taking probably public transportation every day and not even have a car, because I think a lot of people in New York City don't have cars. At least the ones that live in the city itself. At least that's what I heard. Because if you try to drive in New York City, it is not great. There's too much traffic, too much cars. so it's easier to do public transportation. So this is not a secret. I did talk about it when the hurricane hit, but I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida. Fall, spring, winter. What's that? It doesn't happen here. No. I'm originally not from Florida, by the way. I came from Texas. I have mentioned this also before. I want to go back to Texas. I do not like Florida. For a number of different reasons, I do not like Florida. So, when you have a ton of public transport, there's no reason to have a car. True, and that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. At least, you know, if you don't have public transportation, if you have public transportation, walking around is a lot easier to do. There's also different issues if you live in certain parts of the world, but that's a whole story, you know, all to itself. Yeah, some people think Florida is nice. Like, I guess it's okay. It's nice here in the winter, when, you know, when everyone else is freezing, Florida is not freezing. I guess that's all right. But if that was the only perk, that is, I mean, if that's the only perk, that's not much. To be honestly, that's not much if that's the only perk, because the main things I don't like about Florida, at least the part of Florida I'm at right now, is that the food sucks. The food absolutely sucks around here. Where I was in Texas, we had like really good Asian food, really good selection of groceries and restaurants. Everything was fairly reasonably priced. But here, it's just not. It's everything's kind of expensive, and I wasn't expecting everything to be expensive when I got here. And it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not used to these prices. 50 Celsius. It's 50 Celsius. Oh, that's yeah, that's pretty bad. 50 Celsius is pretty bad. I think what do you call this? What is 90 to 100? Because that's usually the temperature. That's usually the temperature around here, and that's normal. Honestly, that's normal. And I'm fine with that, even with the humidity. Freaking A. Yeah, I think I mean, everything's just so expensive around here. I don't know what else to say. Okay, not fourth at least. That's fine. I mean, I guess there is one bar around here. There is one bar around here that has pretty decent food, but no good Asian food, okay? Mind you, that's what I normally eat, Asian food. Yeah, the Kaguya was here because there's Kaguya skins. I think they had like skins from the series, and you could get them. So yeah, there was eventually Kaguya skins. Hello Cooler, by the way. Hello. Every so often this game will what do you call this? It will collab with some anime and stuff like that. So you'll have Kaguya-sama, you have Code Geass, you'll have actually Mahjong specific titles like Saki. Akagi even showed up. And then and then some other weird series that don't have nothing to do with Mahjong whatsoever. Asiatsu food? What's Asiatsu food? I don't think I've heard of that one. Still not gonna buy anything from this game unless a Dragon Ball crossover happens. I don't see it happening. I honestly don't see it happening, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I mean, Code Geass did show up for some odd reason. I guess Kakugurui. I don't know if I said that title right, but Kakugurui also showed up. But then that's a gambling series, so it makes sense in that case. Goku and Vegeta screaming. Run. Run! Or, man, how would they actually like yell like that? I wonder. I think the Mahjong table would explode if they played Mahjong. I don't think either of them have the patience to play Mahjong. But then again, if it's a skin, it doesn't really matter. Does it? It really doesn't matter. Brazilians like to leave their way in everything, so the Asian food here is not much like the original. Ah! I mean, I think that's okay. I think it's okay to have, like, fusion-ish food. Like, you know, it may not be the food that... It may not be authentic. That's the word I was thinking for. It may not be authentic like Japanese food or authentic Asian food, but as long as they make it their own and it's pretty decent, I don't think there's an issue with that. And I know a lot of people in the US, though, are looking for quote-unquote authentic food, and you can get that. And to be fair, though, a lot of the fusion food not fusion food, or Americanized food is what I should say, can be pretty bad. Can be pretty bad. Like Panda Express, I think is like either overcooked or super oily. And then there's Taco Bell, which is, what the heck is this? This is not a taco. I mean, I guess it's its own distinct thing, but at the same time, it's also not good. If it was good, that would be one thing. There are people who like it because that's the only thing they know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking, is it good by itself? Not really. Not really. I mean, you also have in Japan their Japanese version of pasta, Neapolitan, right? Which is basically ketchup and some other weird stuff they added into there. I mean, every culture has some sort of thing like that. So it's not terrible. It's not really bad per se. Does it work? That's the question. Does it work? I like sushi mango. That one is a little weird, not gonna lie, because you're doing like a sweet sushi. I don't think I've seen a sweet sushi unless you count tamagoyaki. But if it works, it works. I guess. I don't know. I don't think... I mean, people do mango rice. In some places, people do mango rice. So it's kind of the same thing. But I don't know if it's necessarily that good. I mean, I haven't tried it. But if I have the chance to try or make it, maybe that's a different story. I patiently wait for YoStar to collab with itself to throw Arknights in somehow. You would think they have done that by now, but they haven't. I'm actually kind of surprised. Or, you know, Azure Lane. They don't even have an Azure Lane collab. But what's up with that? Maybe they're too powerful. I want to say that those those IPs are too powerful, so they don't want to combine them together. I mean, if you think about it, though, why has Arknights not collab with Azure Lane or vice versa? I mean, they could have at least done that, but I think they don't want to. They don't want to cross over their own IPs that way, but they will put other IPs into theirs. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's a choice. They don't really need to advertise the other games with in their own games. Unlike unlike MiHoYo, who crossovers with, I guess not really crossovers, but you know, they'll use the same characters in different games over and over again. At least that's my impression. And then there, of course, you have Fate, FGO, who doesn't do any collabs whatsoever. So there's also that. Let's see. At least the pizza is very good. I think it's better than ones I found in the United States. It depends, I guess. I mean, the pizza around here, honestly, have I actually found really, really good pizza? I think most people will say thin crust pizza is great. Like, thin crust pizza is probably the standard as far as the United States is concerned, and you'll probably find the quote-unquote best thin crust pizza in New York City specifically, because that's kind of where it was made. But honestly, I don't think there's a pizza that's wowed me unless you know, my minimum requirements for pizza is the dough is good. It's either crispy or chewy, one of the two. I like those in pizza. Or the toppings are not too overly oily. Now, let's clear that up a little bit, right? Domino's at one point was really bad because a lot of people found their pizzas to be greasy. But you don't actually add grease on the pizza, right? You don't really do that. The grease on the pizza is coming from the ingredients. It's either coming from the cheese and it's coming from the topping. So what's the issue there? It's probably, let's say if it's pepperoni pizza, the pepperoni probably had way too much fat, and that's probably what happened there. So that's probably why you have greasy pizza. You put too much pepperoni and then the pizza becomes like super greasy by result. I think that's usually what happens. So if you don't do super high fat pepperoni, you won't have so much grease, right? Right. But yeah, I mean, I also do kind of want to try the Japanese pizza, the crazy Japanese pizza. just to try. I mean, I feel like pizza there's nothing wrong you can do with it. Pizza will be good however you handle it. It just, does it work? The question is, does it work? Sushi mango is very strange. Well, I'm gonna have to find some mango, and then maybe on one stream we try some different sushis on stream, including sushi mango. We'll see about that. Let's see. Star Rail is supposed to be a spiritual successor to Honkai 3rd. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a spiritual successor. Also, it wasn't Honkai 3rd also like mostly female only as far as their characters are concerned. So Star Rail opens it up to husbandos also, so there's a little bit more variety there. Also, I did the time I played Star Rail, I did enjoy it because it's more a turn-based combat. It's a lot more chill, easier to get into. I tried Genshin, and I think the world was just too big for me to explore. I like exploring, but it was just too big. It was too big. It was the same issue I had with Rise of 3. And also, I guess I just don't want to grind on open world. It's kind of tough. It's super tough. Super annoying. MiHoYo did collab with Evangelion. When did they do this? Huh. Not the Japanese pizza. What's wrong with the Japanese pizza? So, the Japanese pizza... Well, the Japanese like to experiment with their pizzas. You've probably seen some crazy ones on social media. They're not the only ones that do this. I think Korea also does this, maybe even China, but you hear about Japan the most. In Japan, they do have some standard pizzas. We can check it out after this game. I think some of their standard pizzas are like seafood pizza, which isn't unusual, I guess, in some places of the world. Like, you can get what do you call this, like shrimp on pizza, as well as what else could you get on there? I guess they also did a salmon pizza. They also had corn pizza one time, and not the corn in the cob, but like actual corn kernels or something. Potato pizza they did. One of the weirder pizzas I've heard was tapioca pizza. They did tapioca pizza one time. I think a pizza that right now that's currently in Domino's Japan is pickle pizza. There is no tomato. Maybe not even... No, there's no tomato. It's just cheese and pickles. And you kind of have to wonder what the heck was what they were thinking about that. I think Aki Dearest tried it, and she's a pickle hater, so take it with a grain of salt. She didn't like it, but then Joey, who's a pickle lover, did not also like it as much because it was just too briny. Too briny. Shrimp pizza looks good. They have it in Brazil, but never tried it. Ah, okay. I mean, I'll be honest though. I feel like you can put any topping that you want on pizza as long as it works. I mean, you really don't know how it's gonna work until you try it, right? So I'm not gonna pass judgment on that until it's actually tried. So, as weird as it sounds. Also, by the way, what do you call this? Dessert pizzas exist. So if dessert pizzas exist, you can do anything with pizza, basically. I need some water. It feels a little warm here, I'm not entirely sure. I will tell you some weird pizzas, at least from the Philippines, or at least one very popular Filipino pizza that seems a little weird for most people. Is that take your Hawaiian pizza, okay? Take your pineapple and pizza, and add marshmallows on top of that. I don't remember ever eating this, but it is a regular pizza in the Philippines, and it's normal, I guess. It's normal. I mean, it's sweet already from the pineapple, right? And somehow it just works? Question mark. I don't know. We'll look into pizza. We'll look into pizzas after this one because I want to see it, and I also want to show it to you guys. I feel like these Mahjong nights are gonna be half like we look into things as well as play Mahjong at the same time, which I'm totally fine with. That's what Mahjong nights are for. Also playing with you guys if you want to play, but if there's no one to play with, then we can definitely offshoot with different stuff. It's basically my Zatsudan. It's basically a Zatsudan version. But yeah, what else was there? I think they also had a tsundere pizza. On the surface it doesn't sound very weird, but basically it's just a really spicy pizza apparently. I think it's a spicy pizza with jalapenos, which it shouldn't be weird. Honestly, it shouldn't be weird. Ooh, what camera did you get? I think you were talking about a Fujifilm or something. At least last time you talked about cameras, you were talking about Fujifilm, but I wasn't sure if that changed since then. I did try the Fujifilm XS20 when it came out. Did not like it whatsoever. I did some autofocus tests, and the main thing I didn't like about it was the autofocus. It was also really heavy. Especially with the lens once you put the lens on. And I don't know, maybe that's normal for that size of camera, but I'm not used to having. No, I mean I do have the old Canon Rebel Ti 3 Ti, so, but also the times I used that for trips, I didn't take it out so much. I really did not take that out so much, so I'm kind of thinking of just downgrading back to a ZV-E10, just using the what do you call this, a ZV-E10 as a studio camera, and just light photography here, and then maybe just use a Canon G7X for travel, exclusively for travel. It's like, why not, right? Sony's pretty good. It's hard to beat Sony because Sony's autofocus is super good. The pictures come out really nice. The colors especially whenever you take them are also really good. So it's very hard to say no to Sony cameras because of that. That's like I was a Canon person for the longest time, right? Until recently, where I was what do you call it? Where I was looking for a new camera to use on stream. Like we had a let me show you really quick camera stuff. We're gonna be talking about camera stuff. We're gonna be talking about pizza stuff. I need to get that in my head right now. Not a Nikon man. I don't think I've ever tried Nikon. I know Nikon is really popular with the point and shoot stuff, but also I don't want to be a Nikon person. I don't want to be a Nikon person, but that's more of a me thing. Hold up. Let me get the let me get a browser up and I will show you guys some things. Let me see. Oh, I don't have the browser set up on here. Do I not? I do not. Okay, so we are going to browser. No, it's not browser. It's window capture. Window capture. Oh no! You're gonna see my bookmarks. Don't worry, this is not my main browser. It is not my main browser. Okay, let's see. Let me show you the camera I usually use for streams, not for hand cam streams before I got the Sony camera in. Before I got the Sony camera in, and then I'll show you what I want to possibly downgrade to, because as much as I like the 6700, I'm trying to figure out when else I'm going to use it. But there's just so much more convenience using it over the ZV-E10, so I'm a little conflicted. I'm super conflicted. Let's see, is this gonna work? How many cameras do you have? I feel like you have a lot more cameras than I do, and I only have 3. Okay, so this is what I have. This is the camera that I use for the hand cam streams when I didn't have a dedicated good camera to use it. So this is the name doesn't matter, but basically this is a very nice manual focus camera. It's not fancy. There's no autofocus. That's why you see things, what do you call this? Out of focus a lot whenever I do things, and I have to like manually focus the darn thing. Which is fine. It's like a very simple, I guess you can, it's not really a security camera, but you can use a security camera. This is really meant to be used with like a Raspberry Pi system or something like that. But it works. But this is the camera that I got before this was also at the beginning of my streaming career. So I didn't really know about actual cameras being used for webcam type applications. I didn't think about it. But for the price, it did very, very well. The picture quality coming out of this thing is actually really, really good. The only issue is that you have to manually focus it every single time. That's the only issue, right? That's the only issue. There's only a 7 in the name. Say 6400. 3 that really work, but total there are 9. I see. Okay, so 6700 for anyone who hasn't seen it yet that's a 64. Where's a 67? This one. So this is the Sony 6400. So this is Sony 6400. Let me see. Hold up. Let me try something here really quick. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Let me see. Okay, so this is yeah, this is the one that I have right now. It's actually pretty hefty. It's kind of big, definitely a lot bigger than the ZV-E10, which is a smaller camera. But look at all these buttons over here. Look at all these buttons over here. There's a lot of control going on over here. You have the dedicated switch to go between photo and photo and what do you call this? Video and such like that. And a bunch of dials that you would expect from a normal camera. And then if you look at the ZV-E10, it's not bad. It's very lightweight. However, I mean, the ZV-E10 is also kind of expensive for me too, but sometimes you have to make those investments, right? You have to make those investments. The ZV-E10 is very janky. To me, the button layout is very janky. You have like the switch over here. You have this switch over here to toggle between all the different shooting modes, and that's a pain in the butt to deal with. Honestly, that's a pain in the butt to deal with. You only really have one dial. You only have one dial up here, which I guess you can map that to either aperture or shutter speed. But if you only map it to one or the other, what else are going to use for, like if you use shutter speed, I guess you can use this ring. I guess you can use this ring for the other thing. But the issue is you have to like press this function menu or menu button. No, the function, you have to press this function menu button to like switch between different shooting modes and I guess shooting style, shooting modes, get anything out. It's a pain in the butt to work with, but it's pretty good as a I guess as a webcam. A very expensive webcam, by the way, $800. But it works very well for studio use. Weather sealing, I'm honestly not too I'm honestly not too worried about weather sealing. The Canon G7X, let me show you that really quick. Canon G7X Mark II is what I have. Canon G7X Mark II. I got this a few years ago. This is no, that's the renewed. I need more pictures. I need more pictures. Where is it? Renewed. This one. So this is the one I have that I like to use for travel and such. It's very small, compact. I had to like fix a screen once because one of the hinges was loose and stuff. The pictures that are coming out from this is not great, but it's I guess it's like not terrible either. It's acceptable. It was acceptable for the time, and it works fairly well. And I would have used this as a webcam if I could, but you really cannot. At least not easily. So I had to get something else for that. That's probably why. But this is a very fun camera to use, though. At least for me personally, it's a very fun camera. It also has the dedicated buttons here for what you would expect for a photo camera, anyway. That the ZV-E10 doesn't. The ZV-E10, though, if you think about it, is just basically a video camera first and foremost, not really a photo camera. Though taking photos with it is not. I mean, you can take photos with it. It's just a pain in the butt to take photos with. Period. Period. It's a butt to take photos with. That's the only issue with it. A7C. Let me see what the A7C is like. I'm not familiar with the A7C. Full frame. Yeah, I think they're roughly the same price, actually. They're probably already the same price. And if you get it with a lens, it's also gonna go up. But you do it with a lens if you don't have a lens anyway. I mean, if you need a full frame camera, this is pretty good. A compact full frame? Really? Compact? It doesn't look that small. And then again, you can't really see the size on this thing. There is one, what is it? A7C versus 6700. Let's see. Camera decision. There we go. Camera Decision has pretty good size comparisons. Well, the thing you say it's a full frame compact, but it's about as big as the A6700. And I thought gaming was an expensive hobby. Do you want to see? Do you want to see how expensive cameras can get? Because I can show you how expensive cameras can get. It's not even the camera itself that's expensive. It's the lenses. The lenses of the cameras, especially if you do like semi-professional, professional, or even enthusiast level photography, and you want to get certain shots, camera lenses are expensive. The camera is the cheapest part. Let me show you really quick how expensive lenses are. I've never got into the lens game, though there is one lens I kind of sort of want, but at the same time I know I don't need it. I know I don't need it. I know I don't need it, but lenses are by themselves are expensive. Let me show you really quick. We'll just go through the Canon line, okay? Because that's more or less the gold standard of stuff. Canon and Fujifilm, Canon lenses. Shop Canon lenses. Let's go here first. We will go to the I guess let's go for mirrorless. No, let's go DSLR. They're kind of known for their DSLR stuff, unless they moved away from this. Yeah, I guess they're known for more DSLR. Let's go for this. Sigma 500. I want the Sigma 1850. Sigma 1850 is pretty good. At least it seems so. Anyway, fisheye lenses. I don't know where you would use a fisheye. I feel like it's a very specific type of shot. But 1200, 1855. I think this one's a kit lens, so that's going to be a little bit cheaper at 250. Then another kit telephoto lens, kind of sort of, $600 for this one. I have both for my big Canon camera. But when you get to the specialty lenses, where are the specialty lenses? There we go. Here's a specialty lens right here. 70 to 200. I'm not sure where you would use this, but I think you would use this probably for wildlife photography or something like that, because you can't go close to the subjects a lot of the time, especially if you do bird photography or lake photography, that kind of thing. 2000 just for the lens itself, okay? Just for the lens itself. And that's as much or more than most cameras are. And then if you go even further, I don't know what you would use this one for. The 400 millimeter camera with a aperture of 4, which is a bit on the low side. By yeah, I'm not sure what you would use this for. This is like almost $7,000. Almost $7,000. Super telephoto lens, ideal for sports and wildlife. I don't know why you would use it for sports, unless, you know... I honestly don't know why you want a telephoto lens for sports, but I think I can see why. Going to be a biologist, going to need something like that. Wildlife biologist? Yeah, I feel like you would. I feel like you would have to. So your equipment's going to be expensive, but it's usually just a one-time investment, right? And you can always sell back camera parts at a somewhat decent price, but it also depends on who you're selling it to. $9,000, $13,000 for prime telephoto lenses. And this is not even the expensive ones. These are not the expensive ones. They're expensive, but these are not the worst. These are not the worst. If you want the worst stuff, let's see. If you want the worst stuff, Leica, I think is supposed to be a like premium brand of cameras. I don't know anything about them, but their cameras themselves, very vintage style body designs, as far as I could tell. I don't think they have prices here, but the price of these cameras are not cheap. The cameras themselves are not cheap. And then you have the lenses, which They don't put prices here. They don't put prices here. They do know that there are a premium brand, so that's probably why, honestly. Leica series M lenses, $8,000. I think Leicas you also use quite a bit for cinema stuff. So cinema lenses are always going to be more expensive, like ridiculously expensive. 5,000, 4,000, 8,000. Holy crap! What kind of? Who buys this? I know I'm not the target. I know I'm not the target for this. I know I'm not the target for this, but who buys this? Holy crap! This better be like very good lenses. This has to be super good lenses. Oh my gosh. 12,000, 13, 14. Where's it? Okay. I'm just gonna go through photography, lenses. I just want to see mirrorless. Let's go for mirrorless because a lot of people have mirrorless these days. No, cine. Let's go for film because film is the ridiculous ones. Let's go from low to high. Let's go from low to high really quick. Cinema lenses are cheaper in Brazil? Huh, weird. Okay, so you can get some pretty cheap cinema lenses. I don't. This is a wide angle lens, 12 millimeters, for a Sony E mount. If I did cinema, I'd probably consider this one if I needed that kind of thing. So you can get something fairly cheap, even for prime lenses. But I guess we'll see it climb up pretty quickly, and these are not actually bad. These are not bad at all. Okay, you know what? Let's just jump to the high end. What does the high end look like? What does the high end look like? Who buys this? I feel like only a studio is able to buy this kind of lens. $400,000? $400,000 for one lens? What? And that's the only one that they're putting a price on. Everything else is like... Okay, the next cheapest one here is $161,000. Guys, lenses are serious business, okay? Lenses are serious business. What? Okay, I want to see what kind of is there a review on this? Is there a review? Oh, there's a lens kit. There's a lens kit. That makes sense. There's like 12 different lenses here, but even with 12 different lenses, what does that come out to? What does that come out to? 400,000 divided by 12. So each lens is about $33,000. Yeah. So because it's a lens kit, that's why the cost is so high. But one individual lens, this is the one I was trying to see. One individual lens, 113,000. Reminder, this is a cinema lens, so cinema lenses will be more expensive. What kind of photos? What? Not photos. What kind of video do you get out of this? I am very curious. I know we don't usually do reaction vids or review stuff like this on stream, but I'm very curious. All right, YouTube. All right, YouTube. What are we getting out from this?
The optimal 20.
I just want to review. Lens test. Big freaking lens. Yes, it is. Is this the same one? 12x. No, that's not the same one. Ultima 12x. Why am I not getting it? Certificate and plot of land. I mean, if you're a studio, I suppose it would. Okay, this is short, but that didn't tell me anything. Okay. You know what? Let's just check this one out. It's close enough.
So it's not a.
But look at this
lens.
thing. It's gigantic.
Who cares? That's not what you're after if you're renting something like this.
It's gigantic. I think most people will rent this. Like the guy just said he rented this, so you don't buy it unless you have the
so
budget
we're
for
looking
it.
at the Ingenue Optimo, and that's not what you're
You
after.
don't have
if
the
you're renting
budget for
something
this
like
one.
this. The length
Okay.
you get and intimate moments, being able to be here, or 24 to 340. You could use this whole lens on your movie, right? I mean, it's everything in the kit. From your creeping through the bushes shot to your wide dinner table at 24, you're good. Yeah, that's a quick once-over. We're gonna show you some of these shots, and this is gonna be it for the video. Thanks for watching. Oh, wait, right? Like and subscribe.
Okay, let's see what this does. I mean, this music is probably gonna get me copyright struck, but oh well. We're not monetized, so we're okay.
Your shot looks good. It's so much better than what we were just doing with the pole.
I
I mean, sometimes you just gotta break it and get creative, and whatever's
I don't
good,
know.
don't fit into
I can't really tell. I can't really tell. Oh, we're on. Okay, that was on 480. Okay, let's bump it up to 1080. Maybe we can see a little bit better this time. Maybe I'm just not really looking at. Maybe YouTube just does not really capture this, but I'm not sure what we're looking at, to be honest. I know you probably can't get this like on a normal camera or even a mid-end, like a normal consumer camera. But at the same time, is it worth the price tag? I cannot tell. It's a nice shot, the composition's nice. There's probably some post-production grading on this too, to enhance it just a little bit. But it's hard to tell how much of this is post-production, how much of this is the lens itself. Because honestly, if you're gonna get really, really good shots from any camera that has like interchangeable lenses, it's the lenses, right? A lot of people will tell you the reason why a lot of people have different lenses is because you get really good shots with specialized lenses. It's not necessarily the camera itself. The camera body, while it will help you, is not the main thing. The camera is only there for the sensor. That's really all the camera is there for, is the sensor. Everything else is light refraction, light bending through your lens, and how clear that glass is. Like you'll hear glass a lot once you really dive deep into this kind of thing. So a lot of times it's just really nice to look at, but at the same time, what actually do you need? What do you need it for yourself? Anyway, we saw some really expensive lenses, I'll tell you that much, and I also showed you what I use. I mean, I think my setup works for what it is. Oh yeah, we were gonna look up pizza. Hold up. We're gonna look at pizza. Where's the pizza? Where's the pizza? So Japanese pizza. Japanese pizza. Actually, let's do it this way. Hold up. This thing does not like me. This thing does not like me. Domino's Japan pizza. Wait, it's not showing up. Domino's Japan pizza. Da, 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 da. How do you set the home page on Chrome? I don't usually use Chrome. I do not use Chrome. Oh, it's not showing up. Sec. Domino's Japan pizza menu. This is what we know. This is what we want to look at. Let's see. Why is it not showing up? It does not want to show up. Yeah, we need to get rid of the, we need to go to the painful stuff first before we go to the good stuff, right? That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Except it doesn't want to show up. Pizza menu. There we go. So here is, well, like, with a lot of stuff in Japan, you're gonna get a bunch of seasonal stuff. Now, I tried looking up Pizza Hut Japan before, but it's hard to get their menu, so we're gonna have to go through Domino's instead. Japan does have a local pizza brand called Pizza La. We can check that out after this. I'm not too familiar with them, but Domino's Japan, Domino's Japan is great. Look at this. This is one of their specialty pizzas. It has like shrimp on there. No head shrimp. I think it does have is a shrimp peeled? It seems like it has tail shell though. So it has tail shell. It also has lemons. Yeah, it has like lemons, crispy chicken bites, garlic, tomato, cherry tomato. It looks quite impressive. I don't know how you feel about this on your pizza. I would try it. I definitely would try it, but also look at the price of this thing. Keep in mind, the prices are expensive in Japan. I think if you want to get a large, that's like equivalent to an American medium. I think that's an equivalent to American medium. So that is 4,000 yen about, so roughly 30 something bucks for this. Granted, possibly in, high quality ingredients, I don't know, but it's still also pizza. I don't think I would pay that much for this. But this is one of their summer things. Another shrimp pizza, I guess they have for summer. Crispy big shrimp with sweet chili sauce, which is just the same as the other one, except more shrimp and chili sauce on top. It's probably not gonna look this creamy in real life, but definitely, yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be different. You know what I need to do when I go to Japan this year, I have to like just set a day to where I order pizza and review it. I just should order pizza and review it. I don't think I'll be able to stream it just because of logistical reasons, but I might be able to at least take a video and I'll show you guys the video afterwards. I think that's what I could do. But a lot of shrimp stuff though, I'm kind of interested about this one. It's still the same shrimp, of course, because they have to use the same shrimp everywhere. It's all fried shrimp. Soft shell shrimp. Mayo, garlic sauce. They use mayo quite a bit in their pizza, so and that's not unusual. It's just like the price. Look, 4,000 plus yen. That's the expensive part. It's like, what the heck? But if you have to pay the price, then you have to pay the price. You have to pay the price. And this one has like a bunch of like thick garlic slices though. Super thick garlic slices. Where is the crazier pizzas? I know they have like standard set pizzas. box pizzas. So they have the regular pizzas, the pepperoni, the cheese pizza, sausage and pepperoni. I feel like there's a weird way to arrange sausage and pepperoni. 40 centimeters. How big is 40 centimeters? 40 centimeters to inches. 15-inch pizza, almost 16-inch pizza. I don't think you can call that gigantic, but it's gigantic for the Japanese. I feel like gigantic pizza is like something around 18 to 20 something inches. Like those gigantic 18 to 20 inch pizzas. 16 isn't quite there, if you ask me. It really just isn't. 4,200 for that. Here's the crazy one. Here's the crazy one for this cycle of unique Japanese pizza that's not seasonal. Almost 5,000 yen for a pickle pizza, which is just pickles and camembert cheese sauce. There is no melted cheese, it's cheese sauce, and there's also no tomato. There's no other sauce. It's just 2 ingredients. And you have to pay almost 5,000 yen for this. Look at the disgusting amount of pickles on here. I'm not a pickle person. I'm okay with some pickles, but cucumber dill pickles is not one of them. This is, yeah. If you want to see a reaction video of this, look up Akidira. She did one. She reviewed this one. I don't know if this will be available when I get there, but even if it was, I would not try it because I want to try something else. And this, I don't think it's worth 5,000 yen. I just don't think it's worth 5,000 yen. They do like camembert a lot, though. They do like camembert a lot. This is like a super thin millefuel. How do you say that? Millefuel? Millefuel? It's a very thin pizza with, I guess, a pastry crust. A pastry crust pizza, which is not unusual because you've seen. I think we have what is it? Croissant crust pizzas or croissant bread pizzas now in the U.S. also. So this wouldn't be out there, but this is just on the thinner side. I had a DiGiorno croissant pizza. That was actually really good. I actually enjoyed that quite a bit. However, it's also very filling. Super filling. Millefuel. Millefuel? Millefuel? Millefuel. Millefuel? How do you say millefuel? How about MILF? We'll just call it the MILF pizza, right? We'll just call it the MILF pizza. I feel like that's approximate enough. But this looks pretty good, right? This looks pretty good. I feel like it's gonna be super crispy, or maybe super soft and crispy, because I imagine it's gonna fry a little bit with all that stuff on it. Quattro cheese and roll. Oh, this one actually looks amazing. Char grilled beef pizza. I feel like the pieces might be a little bit too big. Like you look at the beef pieces on here, they might be too thick. I don't know if you want them in chunks or you want them in shaved slices. But personally, I feel like shaved slices might be better for this. But they're doing chunks of beef pizza. It looks good. It looks good. I would do this one. I would try this one. It has beef, spinach, and mushrooms. I'm all for the mushrooms. I'm all for the beef. It will also cost me almost 5,000 yen, but you know what? That's a small price to pay. I feel like that's a small price to pay. Seafood special white sauce. I think this is one of their usual pizzas. I mean, this is not too unusual. I feel like you'll find this also in Italy. Maybe not this particular style, but we have like squid on here. I think there's also some cocktail shrimp. Shrimp, squid, clams, baby scallops, spinach, cherry tomatoes, Parmesan cheese mix, Good stuff. Good stuff on here. I have to go now. Need to sleep early. RPG session tomorrow. Okay, thanks for dropping by. Glad you can make it. Good luck on your I guess D&D session. Good luck on that. This is why this is why I'm doing streams on Saturdays now. Not Saturdays, Fridays now instead of Saturdays. Because I know people have what do you call this? Are busy on Saturdays, so it's like, you know, let's just move it to the weekdays, and I think it'll be better overall. It'll be better overall. But this is pretty good though. I would try this one. Would you try this one? Tell me, for each pizza we seed, let me know if you want to try this, because I would try this one. What's this one? Hokkaido 3 cheese with rich cream sauce. Okay, so this is 3 different types of, so this is just basically a cheese pizza, but made from local ingredients, well, at least Hokkaido cheese, and asparagus. I think my issue here is not the 3 cheese itself. I'm not a fan of cheese pizza in general. That's not the issue. The issue is, you see this green? Why asparagus? Could we have put something else on here, like basil or something? I mean, I got nothing. I got nothing against asparagus. Asparagus is good. I like asparagus. Just not like this. Just not like this. This is it's a weird presentation. Yeah, we definitely. I mean, I think if I do a pizza review, I can only like do 2 or 3 pizzas. Granted, that's also gonna cost me upwards of 15,000 yen, which is about $100 with conversion, I feel like. But still, not only am I gonna need a separate wall, I'm gonna need a separate stomach. I might have, I think I can find a friend or two in Japan that might be able to help me finish off the pizza. I'm just gonna call them over in the Airbnb. I'm hoping I can do that. Call them over in the Airbnb. Tell them, hey, we're gonna have a pizza party. Do you wanna come over? Let's just hang out. We're gonna review this for a video. Tell me your impressions, and we'll go from there. Yeah, we'll just get 3 really strange pizzas and go at it. Go at it. Quattro Nippon. Oh, this is interesting. So this is the beef grilled pizza, the Hokkaido cheese pizza, spicy mayo peach pizza, and mochi. Oh, I guess there's like 2 grilled pizzas here. This is I know you can get like mixed pizza here also, but this is a very weird presentation. I think this might be worth it though for the price, just because you have 4 different ones instead of just, you know, just one thing. Very weird to look at. Mayo and mochi, yeah. This one's the mayo and mochi. We really need to try these pizzas, just so we tried them, and you know, they could. I mean, people in Japan order these. They're here for a reason. So it looks like they have asparagus again. I don't know why they like asparagus so much on pizza, but okay. I mean, it's a thing over there. They have asparagus. They have corn. I don't think we use corn in pizza around here so much, but I don't think it would be a bad thing if you use corn kernels and not like the corn cob pizza crust that one pizza place tried to do at one time. Was it Little Caesars? I think it was Little Caesars. Korean seaweed flakes sounds strange, but I think it would work really well. Spicy cadro mayo sauce. Ah, okay. So it's not regular mayo sauce, it's spicy cadro. I can see that working. I mean, even regular mayo sauce would be fine. Pork sausage. So there's also little sausages here. You can barely see them, but they're there. They're there on the pizza. They're on the pizza. I think this would be interesting though. I think this would be really good to try. Was this a special? This is, I guess that's not special value set. So this is limited time summer. New Yorker style pizzas. They're calling this New Yorker style pizzas probably because they're bigger, the 40 inches. Ultra cheese for a lot of cheese. 4-range happy. 4-range happy. I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing these are like just specialty pizzas for their place. Yeah, it's not bad, but they do have some weird ones once in a while. I'll show you a weird one that they I think did earlier in the year. I mean, these are their regular pizzas, by the way. These are the regular pizzas they will do normally. And then you have the experimental ones like the pickle pizza. I don't think that's going to be there on the menu. That's a limited time item. It's a limited time item. Giga Meat! Oh, the Giga Meat pizza is just a version of Supreme Pizza, but a lot messier. I would absolutely try this. It's also cheaper. It's also cheaper than most of the other stuff they have. This is like 4,000 yen instead of 5,000. It's still expensive. But this Supreme Pizza looks so overloaded. It's crazy. That's not Supreme Pizza. Meat lovers. This is their meat lovers, the Giga Meat. That's great. That's absolutely great. Pepperoni and what's bocconcini? Bocconcini? What is bocconcini? Bocconcini is small mozzarella cheese balls. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I never knew they were called bocconcini though. I thought they were just mozzarella balls. So that's what's on there. Pepperoni mozzarella balls. I don't think you see it too often, but it's definitely not unusual. You see that in margarita all the time. So artery clog pizza with the Giga Meat. Yeah, probably. And then you have the overload of garlic. If you just want a lot of garlic and pork sausage and bacon with tomato sauce is also. I think this one looks so intimidating. The garlic pieces weren't so big and thick, but this might be on the healthier side of garlic, and you know you'll taste like garlic the entire day, which is, if depending on how much you like garlic, this may be a good thing or a bad thing. I say it's probably not going to be that strong. The flavor is probably not going to be that strong, but mayo jaga. Jaga is potato, so there's mayonnaise and potato. Potato slices, pork sausages, mayo, parsley flakes. It looks fairly normal, but I feel like there's gonna be a lot of potato here. Like, you can't really see it. I can't really see it myself either. But I feel like the potato, there's like slabs of potato on top of the pizza. And then on top of those slabs of potato, there's like the other toppings. The mayo sauce and pork sausage and stuff like that. Interesting. Exorcism. Yeah, the garlic pizza is an exorcism pizza. That'd be great. Genovese. What's Genovese? Holy crap! Those potato slices are gigantic. I know people like carbs on carbs, but this is a lot of. This is a lot of That's thick. That's the wrong end of thick pizza right there. At least personally, I think that's the wrong end of thick pizza. Yeah, I don't know what to make about this. I personally wouldn't get it because I'm not that big into potatoes. Nah. I think we can do better. Jalapeno spicy pizza. Honestly, you don't even need the jalapeno. Just get me a bunch of pepper flakes. That'll be decent enough. I feel like it's just regular pepperoni Italian sausage pizza, and you know, you can get you can do better with just pepper flakes instead of doing the whole jalapeno on here. Though I don't think this is unusual. You probably have seen this stateside also. Yeah, you usually see that stateside also. Californian chicken and bacon. I feel like California Pizza Kitchen has something like this. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's pretty normal. That's pretty standard. New Orleans Pizza Barbecue. I don't know what makes this New Orleans. It just has roasted chicken, barbecue sauce, corn, and tomato sauce. There's nothing New Orleans about this. Domino's Japan. I know the staff in Japan don't exactly know what some of the stuff in the US is like, but I feel like if you want to make this New Orleans style pizza, instead of chicken, you're gonna put crawfish on there, as well as, well, you barbecue chicken. Anyway, get rid of the chicken, make it a crawfish pizza, and get the Louisiana Creole powder, slap that on top, and that'd be good to go. That'd be good to go, 100%. I don't know what else you would do on this. No bayou detected. Yeah, no bayou sauce, no bayou powder. It's missing that. It's missing that. I don't know what makes this New Orleans specifically, but could use some work. Honestly, could use some work. Quattro Happy, Domino's Deluxe. I think this is just regular. Yeah, that's just regular Domino's Deluxe. I thought that was gonna be something special. American Pizza. They don't even call this pepperoni pizza. They call it American Pizza. And look at the spread of those pepperonis. Literally 2 pepperonis per slice. I feel like that doesn't usually happen even in the US. That it's more spread out. It's more chaotic as far as the spread of pepperoni. I don't know if Domino's normally has the pizza toppings this organized. But they apparently do, at least for this picture. It's not even pepperoni pizza, it's just American pizza, which is why the naming is just funny. The naming is just funny to me. Tropical pizza. But what did we do? I don't know. It's American pizza, and they call this tropical pizza. I know. Okay, to be fair, you can use different names for this. Pineapple pizza, Hawaiian pizza. They choose tropical pizza. It's just funny the naming scheme here. It's just funny. It's pineapple pizza, guys. It's pineapple pizza. It's Hawaiian pizza. I feel like if you put Hawaiian pizza as the name, it would get the point across. But at the same time, I guess. For Japan, you call it tropical pizza because it got pineapples. They defended Hawaii at least. Well, I guess. Double mozzarella. Enjoy your own pizza, up to 3 toppings. Okay, so you can make it as crazy as you want. Honestly, I feel like making your own pizza just doesn't cut it. Just get any of these other pre-built pizzas they have at Domino's. It will be absolutely so much better. Absolutely so much better, guys. I'm not sponsored by Domino's or anything, but if you're ever in Japan, despite the ridiculous price of these pizzas, please try a Japanese pizza. Absolutely try a Japanese pizza. They are amazing. Amazingly creative. Let's be honest, okay? You do not get this kind of creativity in American pizza. You have very standard pizzas. You have pepperoni, you have sausage, you have supreme, you have the cheese, you have the margarita. You might even get a barbecue chicken. You might get a buffalo chicken. I've seen a buffalo chicken. But as far as all this other stuff, you really don't see it. You really don't see it. And like this special, the pickle pizza, even as a meme, even as a weird thing that you just want to try limited time. You don't see this. You don't see this, and I wish we did. I wish we did more crazy pizza. Come on, I mean, even this summer special shrimp pizza, which looks so extra, I would do that also. Ice cream pizza? Ice cream pizza exists? Hold up. ice cream pizza. Oh, I mean frozen ice cream pizza, sure. Which is not bad. I mean, dessert pizzas exist. Baskin Robbins ice cream cookie pizza. I mean, that's not bad. That's a dessert pizza. Dessert pizza are a thing. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying the originality, the creativity in Japanese pizza, maybe even Korean pizza. We're not going to be able to check that tonight. Is just so much better that you want to try it just to try it, and then if you actually like it, you get more. You get more of it. That's the point. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to get at. It may look weird, but because it is weird, you kind of want to try it and see for yourself it's actually worth it. Even if it only gets ordered like once from the shop, you know, people will try it. People will buy it just to try it. And I wish we had more of that. You know, I wish we had more than that. More of that. Yeah. Anyway. I need to try pizza. And maybe find an excuse to see if I can get people to try pizza with me. Otherwise, I'm going to be eating 3 whole pizzas by myself. And that'll be kind of tough to do because I also want to eat other stuff other than pizza. And I'm not there long enough to try just pizza for one day. I want to try the seafood markets. I want to try other restaurants, but you know, maybe I'll have a pizza day and see if I can get like 2 people to drop by for pizza. We got that past that trend in the 90s. Did they have like more unique pizza back in the 90s? I don't know. I don't know because we didn't get. I don't remember ever ordering pizza out in the 90s. At least my family never did that. So. But I'm glad it's still going strong in Japan. Like Japan is going strong still, super strong. Anyway, this was fun. We did Mahjong for a little bit. We didn't have the usual people play. I think they're busy or something. And we didn't get any new people play. That's fine. I didn't lose today. So that's great. That's great. And we got to look at a bunch of expensive lenses and also got a bunch of unique looking pizzas. So yay. What size do they have, I wonder? I didn't think to look at the sides. Crispy chicken. There's an interesting crispy chicken. They got little bumps on them for some reason. Chicken breast combined with special seasoning. And oh, it has croutons. The batter has croutons. Oh, that's why it has little bumps in it. I never thought about trying to combine croutons and breading together for that, but I guess that makes some sense. More unique in general, just everything's more experimental. Yeah, and you know, food should be experimental. I'm totally fine with that. Some people, I'll be honest, there's a lot of people in the US with good taste, but there's also a lot of people with bad taste in the US, and I wish, you know, I just wish they were more open to try stuff. There's a lot of chicken on here. And popcorn shrimp. I think, at least for the US, you get chicken wings, so that's not unusual. And the Japanese karaage, that's like regional, so we're not gonna get that here. But I wish we did. Potato wedges? I don't think we get potato wedges. I don't think we usually use potato wedges, but definitely don't see potato wedges as much as a side item, at least in Domino's. Not even fries, I don't think so. Which also makes sense now where they get the potatoes for the pizza. Now that I think about it. Chicken nuggets. Though this chicken nuggets are a little bit different than the American chicken nuggets. No, I don't want to order. I just want to see it. It won't let me see it. Okay. Salad, I feel like we get that. Very Japanese, corn pottage right here. Black chili soup. Huh. Minestrone, clam chowder. Do we have these? Does Domino's also have soup? And I just didn't know about it? I know the corn pottage is a Japanese thing, so we're never gonna get that, but... Black chili, minestrone, and clam chowder. I feel like... it makes sense for them to have it, but I don't think I've ever seen it advertised, at least in the US. Weird. Gosh darn it, looking at this is making me hungry. I ate pizza yesterday. Oh my gosh, this is my absolute favorite right here. Egg custard. You will never see this in the US. You might see this in Taiwan or China. I feel like you'll see that in Taiwan and China. Egg custard is my favorite dessert. If I see egg custard on the menu, I have to try it. Oh no! I have to try it when I get... Oh, I have to try this. I don't think I've ever had egg custard in Japan. I've had the pudding, I've had like other tarts, but egg custard... I just want that. Freshly baked petite pancakes. I think this might be beignets. Though I don't know what beignets would be doing in Japan. I feel like Japanese beignet might actually be pretty good. Actually, it might be pretty good. Petite pancakes. These are definitely beignets. Like, they have to be beignets. A fancier beignet, but it's still a beignet nonetheless. Fondant chocolate. You definitely don't see that. More fondant chocolate. Freshly baked apple pie. I don't think we have that either. Yeah, we don't have that either. I don't think we have desserts on the menu in general for Domino's US, which would be great. Yeah, definitely some Japanese specific stuff here as well, even the sides. Maple sauce as a condiment in Japan, Domino's Japan, and Korean seaweed flakes. Yeah, you're not gonna see that here. I wish we did, but you're not. Anyway, this was fun. This was fun. I don't mind doing this format where we do Mahjong for like half the session, and the other half of the session we just kind of like go off kilter and look at other stuff. We should do this more often. we should do this more often. We do have some stuff, it's just not as varied. Yeah, I just admire that. I just admire that with not necessarily Japan, though. Japan's the one that gets the fame and infamy for it, because they like to experiment a lot with, especially with this kind of thing. Like, come on, Japan has like 40 plus different Kit Kats. We have 3, maybe. Chocolate, white chocolate, dark chocolate. And then you get the imports of matcha. And possibly wheat. So that brings it up to 5. Maybe 6 if you have strawberry. But not a whole lot. Japan has like 1 for every prefecture, which is like 47 prefectures, so they have at least 47 different flavors, and then they also have the seasonal flavors and the limited edition flavors. I think last I checked, they have like over 300 different flavors of Kit Kat, from regional to limited edition, so there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit there. Much more than we ever have. Are they all good? No. No. They're not all good. We've definitely had some misses with Kit Kat on this channel before. Mochi Kit Kat, did not like that. Orange Kit Kat, not a fan of that either. Lemon Kit Kat, actually pretty good. Actually pretty good. But it's not like they're all good. It's good to someone, but they're not all good. Do you think they have lava cake? Let me check. Does Domino's US have lava cake? Domino's. I'm just gonna check it on a different screen, because this is going to reveal my location. Let me see. Domino's US. Carry out. It does want me to give my actual location. Okay, let me just double check. So we have Deluxe Pizza, which is the where's the pizza menu? Which is the meat lovers, but definitely not as impressive as Definitely not as impressive as the Giga Meat. The Giga Meat is like amazing. Also, our crust, the Domino's pizza crust around here seems definitely not as good as these crusts. These look cleaner, not quite as rough. We do have some variety, but it's like mostly meat, buffalo chicken, but nothing creative. There's a Philly cheesesteak pizza, which seems a little underwhelming, not gonna lie. I would think it would be a little bit better. Specialty pizzas. Spinach and feta, please no. No. They just look not as interesting. They're definitely big, but definitely not as interesting. Okay, so we do have chicken. We have the wings. We do have the wings, and we have the boneless wings. Desserts. We have lava cakes, small lava cakes, not the big lava cake like the other one. Actually, no, this might also be small. This might also be small, but this looks a lot fancier because this is like Belgian chocolate, apparently, in this one. And then the lava cake we have is just regular chocolate. Nothing fancy, and it's also tiny and sad compared to that one. There's brownies, cookie brownies. I guess Japan doesn't have that, but also cookie brownies, like whoop-de-doo. We have pasta. Apparently we have pasta. They don't have pasta over there, but at the same time, why would you do that? We have sandwiches, we have salads. There's tater tots, but not potato wedges. Tater tots. Huh. Okay. I mean, it's not as interesting. To me, it's not as interesting as all this stuff. Definitely not as fancy. The dessert menu is definitely not as fancy. The side menu is not as interesting as this. Pizza is definitely not as interesting as this. Never will be in a million years, unless we can get it straight with Domino's US that yes, please experiment with your pizzas more. Definitely have more limited item runs. Have more experimental pizzas, because you know, if you're hurting on pizza sales, doing the specialty, doing crazy pizzas is definitely gonna be a thing. I mean, did you see what McDonald's did with the Grimace Shake? Grimace Shake itself wasn't that exciting, to be honest, but people tried it because it was it looked different from the usual shakes, and people love that. People will try limited edition stuff just to try them, and if they like it, then other people will follow, and if they can meme it, okay, even more people will follow. That's like just like the Grimace Shake meme, but you know, that's a whole thing altogether. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I would like to see more food creativity in our fast food chains in the US. Pizza or not pizza, okay. In general, I would just like to see it, but we don't. People are too afraid. They're too afraid to try, but we shouldn't be. Come on, please, just try. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. It's getting late for me, and I do need to get ready for tomorrow. But I do want to do if the occasion comes in a Mahjong day stream where, you know, we just go off the rails and check different stuff out while we're doing this, I'm all for it. I'm actually all for it. So I'll see you next time on the next Mahjong stream, or whenever we see each other. Oh yeah, I have one really quick announcement. I made a cover, guys. I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but I mentioned it in a little bit on Twitter. But I do have a cover, and it will come out tomorrow. I'm not gonna do it as a premiere because I don't think we have the. I don't think I need to do it as a premiere, at least not yet. And this is just a very silly cover, by the way. Okay, don't expect really good editing. Don't expect really good mixing. Everything was made by me except for the art. Okay, but I'm excited. So please check it out. Please check the cover out tomorrow when it comes out. So that's all I gotta say. I'm not gonna. You'll see it. You'll know it when you see it. Other than that, I'll see you all next time. Have a good rest of your day. And yeah, Ruka album soon. Nah. I don't think I have the time to really train for a singing voice, but I can do some stuff. Just don't expect King or any of those typical cover stuff on this channel. It's gonna be definitely more on the quirky side. It's gonna be more on the quirky side, just like the rest of the stuff here. Anyway, I gotta go now. See you guys next week. See you guys next time, and have a good rest of your day. And get some rest over the weekend, please. All right. See you later, everyone. Bye bye.